What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to episode 38 of the Las Vegas Raiders franchise mode. Here with a doubleheader on the West Coast, staying on the West Coast. Week 12 on the road against Seattle. Week 13 at home against the Rams. We're coming off 2 straight victories. We're sitting at 6-3-1. With those shadow of I think this, probably back-to-back, are going to be our 2 toughest games of the season. But we are now have reclaimed top spot in the AFC West with that tie being the break between us and the Chargers. And let's be completely honest, the Chargers in our head-to-head matchups have been the superior team, but we're past them in our schedule, and really we control our own destiny at this point. We finally found some gameplay sliders that feel good, that feel appropriate. We did tweak them a little bit because we won both our games fairly easily, so we did bump up pass defense, reaction time a couple points. We did bump up interception a couple points. Maybe to get, maybe a slightly more. And actually, I knocked down QB accuracy from 50 down to 48 for my skill. I feel like that could be the money. We're working through it, man. Every time there's a brand new patch, a brand new title update in Madden, it just completely messes with all the gameplay and the sliders. But I had a good time last night. I think that's the biggest thing. I was not having a good time playing this. I had good time. Like, what year are we in? Year 4? We've lost a bunch of games. Really, outside of last season, we have struggled. We have not consistently won. Last year was our first year making the playoffs. And I was having fun in this game losing. Like our very first year with the Raiders. We were 500, but I had fun. Even in games that we had losing efforts. They were fun and exciting games. And this year, like those 3 losses all were just garbage. The tie was not fun. So win, lose, or draw, I think these sliders here are going to be pretty good. But they're definitely going to get put to the test. Because week 12 and week 13, both the Seahawks and the Rams, as we run through the NFC West, we're really going to see. Go up against Russell Wilson, go up against that high-powered Rams offense. We'll get a great view of how these sliders really do handle themselves. So we're feeling pretty good at this point. Contract-wise, we were very close to cutting Trent Brown, and he actually had a pretty damn good game the other day. We're not going to extend him. Let's be completely honest with you, but he's not going to get cut. Hassan Reddick earned a superstar dev trait. Wants to get paid a little bit more money. So I think if we can go 6'5", make it around 33.5. I think, whoa. If we get this 33.5, 3 years, $33.5 million is enough to get that over line for our new superstar defensive end who's having a breakout year. Lots of TFLs, living their back. Doesn't get the sacks that you might see Cleveland Ferrell. Doesn't get the sacks that you might see with Hurst, but still is very productive in our run defense. You want to see Hunter Renfrow in the slot. He has been pretty damn dangerous, so he wants a little uptick in the salary. We probably give him a 4-year deal, 3.5 mil, somewhere in that territory. I think that is fairly reasonable. And it is to lock down our slot wide receiver. I did like my boy Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That is a lot of money for a linebacker that, I'm going to be completely honest, I feel like our linebackers are almost interchangeable, but I love him. He's my dude. What does he want? I'll give him +2. I'll give him the old +2 treatment. You get, screw it, we'll round it up. 4 years, $23.8 million is enough to lock up Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Looking beyond that, I don't know necessarily if any of these guys, like it's depth guys, we want to be a little conscientious with our salary cap. The big, actually tough one, I like LaMarcus Joyner, even though he's getting out there in age a little bit, 1 year, $3 million. We just have so much depth in that secondary. He's going to be like a last-minute decision, like right before, like when you have that final bid period before the offseason starts. I think, I just want to see what this regression is going to hit for LaMarcus Joyner. If he stays 80 or above, I think we'll bring him back for 1 more year. But there's a chance, man, he dips down to like the 78s. His speed goes down to like 85 or something garbage like that. So I definitely want to wait and see. And if you already missed it, Rodney Hudson doesn't want to come back. He might be in franchise tag territory because he is the anchor of our offensive line, arguably our best offensive lineman. But if he wants to go, man, I really do feel like we just need a complete change in the guard here on the offensive line because we're not getting good play. I mean, we brought in Connor Williams, a free agent. He's been terrible. Runyon's been solid. It's been John Runyon. John Runyon's been the only capable offensive lineman, I feel like. Hudson more often than not, but he's definitely having a down year. I think he's given up more sacks this season than he has, he usually averages 3 sacks a season, 3.5 sacks. So, I mean, that's fine, actually. That's actually not that bad. But we're ready to go, man. We're ready to go. Those are the contracts that we're going to be dealing with. We have the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know what they're working with. We started well before the trade death of Jadeveon Clowney. I see Rondale Moore, their X Factor. That does not look pleasing. So they got Bobby Wagner, Russell Wilson, and Rondale Moore as their superstar X Factors. That's fine. Chuba Hubbard, the speedster, the Canadian from Oklahoma State at running back. They got Rodney McLeod, formerly of the Philadelphia Eagles. So they got some playmakers, but I really do feel like Russell Wilson's going to give us a great scope of where these sliders are at. So let's get into the first game of our doubleheader here on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, not a great start for Russell Wilson. Throws an interception to a man that got himself like brand new contract this week. It's Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Got that, he's former DB, got those DB skills at linebacker. Putting our offense in a tremendous position too. Maybe, I don't know. It's way too early to say that these sliders are going to be putting the Seahawks in for a long day, but that is not a good start. Big 3rd and 3 here in the red zone. Let's play big boy football. Let's dominate the line of scrimmage. Let's move the chains. Let Josh Jacobs tank his way into the end zone. Might be the best running back in the National Football League right now. A little bit low in the touchdowns. I think he's only at 5 or 6, but that was huge. My God, he destroyed Rodney McLeod, their superstar player in that secondary, and he got absolutely murdered. Oh, that's just unfair. Yeah, he's so good. I like to see that. I mean, I don't want to comment like, wow, I feel great. I'm so pumped that Seattle got a touchdown there, but I kind of am. This is more so I can't be in the scope of I need to dominate and win every game. I want my gameplay to get fixed first, and at least Russell Wilson bounced back there with a pretty cheesy touchdown to one of the most overpowered players in Madden, DK Metcalf. Oh, let's go. He's unstopped, man. I love Mo Hurst is the man. Mo Hurst is the man. You watch wrestling, Lynch is called the man. No, Mo Hurst is the man. He's ridiculous. That X Factor is filth, and we're just picking on this below average Seahawk O-line. As he got hit, Trevor Lawrence makes the connection. That is a veteran play, a gutsy play, staying in the pocket. 91 yards. John Ross, he's an X Factor. He's kind of been a little sleepy this season. That is exactly what he brings. They got DK Metcalf that can just height, weight, speed, freak it. Well, I got a guy like John Ross who's even faster, that if you put him in a foot race with Shaq Griffin, he's going to win 10 times out of 10. But I'm so damn impressed with Trevor Lawrence on that throw. Staying in the pocket, got destroyed. 9 times out of 10, that was picked last year. That was picked 3 weeks ago. But John Ross, that connection, that's a thing of beauty. Oh, there's another pick. Garyon Coleman, who just got traded in real life. Oh, why would they do that? He's phenomenal here in this franchise. Second pick on the game to Russell Wilson. 48-yard pick six, Garyon Conley, who's been sensational here for the Vegas Raiders. Oh, and the X Factor. Bye.
He's right there.
Huh. First and goal on the 8. Hopefully no one Deshaun Jackson's this and fumbles it on the 1-yard line or whatever. Oh, we got Renfro. Good old boy. Hunter Renfro. Another one of our new contract players. Much like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson getting a pick. Renfro gets his first touchdown. First receiving touchdown of the season? That can't be right, but maybe. Okay. Rondale Moore got destroyed by Abram. There was a fumble in all of that somehow, and we came up with it. Again, need to remind you, the only two things we kind of made easier was Seattle should be worse defending the pass and worse pass reaction time. Really haven't seen that be too much overwhelming. It's been the mistakes on the offense for the Seahawks, which I haven't even touched those sliders. Look at this. Rondale Moore gets destroyed, and a clear fumble recovery from Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Okay, easy read. CeeDee Lamb gets some help, and there you go. Nice little supporting cast. Nice little convoy, if you will, between Jalen Richard and Foster Moreau. As Waltz in the end zone, CeeDee Lamb, as hot as any wide receiver in the National Football League over the last 3 weeks, gets his score in the game. 3rd and 2 on the 3. Trying to just keep it on them. Let's get ready for another touchdown. Why not? This is just embarrassing. Not a great showing for the sliders in terms of competitiveness. But again, I can't restate enough. You guys know what I've been doing with the sliders. It's been all the Seahawks screwing this up. Okay, they get a garbage time touchdown on me. If I get good field position, this is what we're gonna do. We take the cheese field goal. Why not, right? Let's maybe help Carlson make his first Pro Bowl, because he definitely deserves it, in my opinion. He's the best kicker. Mike Zimmer taking over for, I guess, Pete Carroll. I guess Pete Carroll by this time is a 98, so should have hung him up. But that was just that, not a great display. I'm gonna modify the sliders based upon that performance. We're gonna give QB accuracy for the. Well, I'll just show you what we're gonna do before we hop in to game 2 of the doubleheader against the Rams, because I definitely was expecting a much tougher test than what we got there, and that was almost all the Seattle Seahawks mistakes is what put them to a 48-14 home loss against the Raiders. I mean, all the turnovers are short field position, and we had like the meme. John Ross fumbled it because he was taunting like Deshaun Jackson did. But Trevor Lawrence was phenomenal on the day. 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. We got 73 yards and a touchdown for Josh Jacobs. Didn't have to use him, and still not hurt yet. That's awesome. We got 108 yards and 5 catches and a touchdown for CeeDee Lamb. 172. Should have been 2 touchdowns for John Ross. 53 yards, 2 touchdowns for Renfro. Blocking, Trent Brown back to his normal self, getting up 2 sacks. It is what it is. Defensively, though, that's as dominant of a performance I've ever seen from a D tackle. 11 tackles, 4 TFLs, 4 sacks for Hurst. If he does not win Defensive Player of the Week, I don't know what it will take to get that done. Bunch of plays, though, man. 2 TFLs for Abram, Melifonwu, Conley, Joyner, and Vernon Hargreaves, who also had half a sack and a pick on the day. It was just a really strong performance. Conley had a pick. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson had a pick. Team performance, complete team performance, +4 in the turnover department, which has been, not few and far between, but not consistent, as we put up 21 points, 48 total, as we look forward to going to game 2, staying here on the West Coast against the Rams. So game 2 of our doubleheader here against the Rams. Weekly award, shockingly, Hurst didn't get him. Myles Garrett also had a freaky performance, 12 tackles, 4 sacks. But Trevor Lawrence getting in on the action here for AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Seeing another very talented, look at Green Bay clean sweep with Spencer Rattler, the youngster, formerly of Oklahoma, probably won a Heisman by this time when he declared 4 touchdowns. He's been good. He's been really, really good. But as I stated, I will see with the gameplay sliders what's working, what's not working. I feel like we could bump the run blocking up to 30 because we are making a lot of plays in the backfield. We could knock the QB actually up to 38. And I still feel like maybe we'll go 40 on the picks and we'll go 47 on pass defense reaction time. Maybe somewhere in that territory. We'll get a little bit more competitive a game here against the Rams. It's a big-time Rams. We have a breakout player for the guy we just re-signed, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, coming off an interception last week. Hold the Rams to less than 250 total yards, or get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson 1 pick, forced fumble, TFL, or sack. It's a little bit tough. 250 yards against the Rams. This is going to be a tough one. We will try our best to get it. They're 4-7, so they're up and down season, struggling just a little bit. Looking at their X factors, they definitely have a lot of talent. Ooh, maybe not. Donald and Gurley are their X factors. Hecker and Van Noy, formerly the New England Patriots. Speaking of the Patriots, I'm watching the Monday Nighter right now between the Patriots and the Jets. My God, give them an easier schedule. Am I right? Must be nice playing in the AFC East, but. Okay, that's the Rams. If that's the Rams, we might skunk them, to be completely honest with you. Oh, we got him. Oh, John Ross. Oh, beautiful. After how that ended, Marcus Peters, real life, got traded to the Ravens, but still here. You got some good speed, but you don't got 97 speed. Finally, that's working. And then he needed that. John Ross needed that after the debacle, the Deshaun Jacksoning of just taunting before you cross the plane, fumbling out of the end zone. It was a turnover last week. That's a great hot start for him here against the Rams. All right, we're in the red zone. First and goal on the 9. I don't know where we're gonna go. We're gonna go to Moreau. We're gonna flex that arm strength. Offensive lineman is holding up. Love to see that. And we get his first touchdown in a very long time. He's a guy that's been up and down, hot and cold throughout this season. And I definitely want to see him finish it out strong. Oh, no. Oh, come on, Carl Joseph. Knock him. There we go. Good stand. Good play from them. Finally, an executed play call here from the Rams. Putting them on the 1-yard line. 50-yard screen to Todd Gurley. All up blitz, they protected well. Got the tight end.
Fatality.
Oh! Nothing getting on the ground with Josh Jacobs. You bring in Jalen Richard for a little change of pace. Filth. Absolute filth. Hurdles the defender, puts him on a post. Look at this. And whoop. Get some Chris Berman in there. That's beautiful. It's a good ball. That's a good. Is that Cooper Kupp? Yeah, Abram on Cooper Kupp's not a great decision there. That's a good play. It's a good play. I'm getting a little bit worried right now. We had that 250 yards of offense to get the depth trait for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They are very close. We're going to have to kill a lot of clock on the next drive to feel good. And there's Cleveland for all. It doesn't count, but it's really his third sack of the game. He's having a monster day. Oh, look how old he is. You know how young that guy is? He's probably 17. That's he's the reverse Benjamin Button. That's how young McVay is. But that was another dominant performance. I mean, the sliders again, we could continue. I haven't touched anything for my user settings outside of my pass blocking getting up by like 5. I don't know. I just wasn't competitive whatsoever. Other teams just cannot run the ball against me. It is what it is. And I actually think we're going to get a depth trade for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, which is dope. 87% completion percentage for Trevor Lawrence. A massive day from Moreau, the tight end. You'll see that in just 1 second. I mean, no big explosive plays. We couldn't run the ball. Full kudos to Aaron Donald on that defensive line. That front seven for the Rams, they did a decent job. But Lawrence, 283, 2 touchdowns, no picks. We got 48 yards here for Josh Jacobs. 2.6 yards per carry was pretty bad. But we also got the hurdle from Jalen Richard, which is unreal. Probably play of the season so far for the Raiders. I'm receiving of that. 15 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown for Moreau. Just, simple checkdowns, controlling the clock. 66-yard touchdown for John Ross. Blocking. We got some sacks given up there. Running, who's been our best offensive lineman, finally got beat. Connor Williams, who's been a mistake of a free agency signing with 2 sacks given up. Defensively, we got 2 sacks, Cleveland Furl. We got 2 TFLs, Van Der Esch, 2 Mo Hurst. Just living in the backfield, man. We got the pick from the Marcus Joyner, and that is back-to-back wins. That's 4 straight wins for your Raiders. That's what? 5? We're 5 wins and a tie in our last 6, which is awesome. And this is everything you want right now for this Raiders franchise. And we had to hold them 250 yards. They had 205, and we didn't get it for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. The first negative that we've really had so far in this episode. But we're 8-3-1 as we wrap it up. Chargers are right there with us. They are not going away. We don't play them again. As you can see, the remaining schedule, we have Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Denver, and Jacksonville. Denver looks like crap. Tennessee's probably crap. Steelers could be tricky. Jags could be tricky. Nick Foles, for whatever reason, in this save is dominant. He had like 40-some touchdowns last year. But generally speaking, there's a nice... winning the games we just won against the Rams and the Seahawks, there's a nice chance that we could get 10 wins this season. I firmly believe that, if not more. But we're good, man. We built a powerhouse. We've built it's year 4 of this. We're 4 years in, and it's about time we are starting to see some dividends there. And I would definitely love to see Trevor Lawrence get back to the playoffs and have an opportunity just to make up for that loss, that just pathetic loss we had. But that does it for the episode, guys. Again, I don't know what we could do for the touch up the sliders here, gameplay-wise. I mean, we're getting sacks. The only thing I touched for player skill was pass blocking. I knocked it from 50 to 55. I mean, we could probably bump that up to... Honestly, I don't know. I don't know, fellas. It is what it is. Honestly, it is what it is. The Rams sound good. They're only an 80 overall. We smoked them. That's just where we're at right now. So, hey, 8-3-1. We're happy. We're feeling good. And I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Trying to get 2,000 likes on all my videos. So if you want to go out of your way to support my channel, it's very easy. Just one little click of the mouse. And I'll catch you guys back here on the next one. I think tomorrow's actually going to be a Pink Slips upload. So that'll be dope. And actually tonight on the Twitch, Pink Slips stream. So stay posted on the old Twitters and all that stuff for that info. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. Not me, not me, not never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr. Consistent, I'm doing it big. Way too persistent on taking your bitch. Here comes a